One of the things that recruiters do, because they are your adversary in some ways, but your ally in others, right? They are your adversary most obviously on things like compensation. They want to get you for as cheaply as possible. You want to be able to take the job for as much as these people will possibly pay, right? You have polar opposite incentives. So when it comes to stupid things like this, where they say, well, you didn't answer that question right, therefore you're clearly only a junior employee. First of all, they should eliminate you outright if they genuinely thought that, right? But if they don't, that shows that, first of all, it's all BS. They're lying to you. Secondly, they're doing it so that it prefaces their lowball salary offer, right? Because you're only at a junior level, that's why we'll hire you. Don't worry, we're out of the kindness of our hearts, we're going to hire you, but we're only going to pay you this, right? And that's appropriate because you're only a junior employee, right? It's like it's just so condescending and transparent. If they felt that you didn't know your stuff, what the hell are they still doing talking to you? You know what I mean? So either it's condescending and they've just eliminated you, or it's just some part of a BS tactic to lowball you on the compensation. They'll say anything that they need to say to get you to accept some lower amount and believe that it's appropriate. And they're patting themselves on the back and laughing at you behind your back because they were successful in influencing your perceptions of yourself. They would love you to think that you're worth nothing, so you'll accept a job for minimum wage. I've been a CEO. I mean, this is so obvious. Just like when you go to the store, you would love to convince the store manager to lower their prices just for you, and you could get it at cost or whatever, You'd love to be able to convince them of that. Then you don't pay very much for groceries or whatever you're buying. You know what I mean? That's what's best for you. If you can do that, you would, right? That's what's in your self-interest. Their self-interest is entirely opposite to yours. They would convince you that, they're going to raise their prices right up and make a major profit margin on everything, and then convince you that no, you shouldn't go anywhere else. You should go here. Because if you go anywhere else, you're not supporting your local country's industries or something, some patriotism, or patriotism, depending on your point of view. You know what I mean? They'll use any trick in the book to influence the thinking of the other party, right? To further their interest. That's what's going on here. Now, people in the consumer world, they're not tuned into this stuff normally in their daily lives, so they don't recognize it when it happens. You're being lied to because they're trying to influence you. They're trying to make you believe that you're worth less, so that you will think it reasonable that you should accept a job for less, that pays less, right? And they're going to try and do as much of this as they possibly can so that you will accept the job for as little as possible. And that suits them just fine. Because if they can convince you that you're really not worth much and you should be very happy and blessed to have this job, then you'll stay here and you'll accept a very small wage or pay, like compensation. That furthers their interest. They make a higher margin because their labor costs are lower, right? So that's what's going on here. And that's what this is.